Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and I'm out here in the garage tonight getting set up to film the garage portion of the range report on the FN FS 2000 bullpup rifle. I edited all the range footage, figured out what I wanted to say, wrote the bullet point script, and so I'm going to try to knock that out tonight. But I did want to come to you guys with a garage gun talk because I got something as a surprise in the mail, and then I have some upcoming projects that I think you guys would be interested in. But I want to go to the mail first. Now, normally I check my P.O. box once or twice a week, and right now I'm actually expecting about two things, products for me to review. And so I was kind of expecting one of them, and it wasn't there. But something else was in the box, and it was this envelope right here, addressed to the Texas Gun Vault, and it is from one of my subscribers and Patreons, and I know where he lives because he lives over on the other side of town, and his name is Joe. And I wasn't sure what this is. I was thinking, well, the package looks like it's been run through the ringer. So I know last month we had the Texas Gun Vault Christmas tree, and I was thinking, well, maybe it's an ornament for that just never got delivered. But I did get a package from him, so I thought that I would open this on camera and see what it is, and see maybe it's a Christmas ornament or something else. So let's find out here. I got a little... I have a... Oh my gosh, so this thing must have been lost in the mail, okay? So this thing had to have been lost in the mail because it's dated the 17th of December, 2023. And it is definitely a Christmas ornament. So I guess this is one of those things that got lost in the Postal Service. But it says, Jason, here is an item from Big Green. Green is your favorite color. Also, he says, if I remember correctly, green is your favorite color. If I got it wrong, I'll try again next year. Thanks for all you do. Merry Christmas to all, Joe in Fort Worth. So he gave me, apparently, a really cool Christmas ornament. Has his name on it, like I always ask people to do, so I know what year and who gave it to me. But it looks like we have a bored-out Remington Express shotgun shell. And it has his name on it and the year. So thank you so much, Joe. I'm sorry that this was not delivered last month. I mean, right now it's what, February or early February. So yeah, this thing was lost in the mail. So apparently we got it finally. So thank you so much, Joe. It means a lot to me. So I will add that and make sure it goes on the Christmas tree for next year, or this year actually. And I'll do a better job this year that I have in last month, I guess, or 2 months ago, because I kind of dropped the ball. All right, so let's talk about the next thing, which is an upcoming project. Now, I went and dropped off some guns that I have reviewed to my friend Jack, or Jack number 2, and he had something really interesting for me today to take a look at. And I know it's kind of one of those hot items right now on YouTube. There you go. Daniel Defense is on the box, and you guys probably already know what is in this thing. It is the Daniel H9. So let me get it out of the box here. And here we go. So this is Daniel Defense's version of the Hudson H9, which I did recently review. And I've seen some people reviewing this online, talking about it. They've definitely upgraded some things. The takedown procedure is obviously going to be different. The frame is a different size. Something I can already tell you that I think they compromised on, and it was one of the big advantages of the Hudson H9, is this lower portion here of the receiver was bigger, so that recoil spring was lower. And that's what was supposed to really be the thing that would dampen the recoil. Now, people say this one still does, but just not as much. As it's milled out on the top of the slide, but it kind of feels like the original. And speaking of the original, he let me borrow, once again, the original Hudson H9. I can get out of the box here. Here we go. All right, so we are clear. And so here is the Hudson H9, and here is the Daniel H9. And as you can see, it is a little bit different. You can see, I think the Daniel H9 looks a little bit more modern, but it doesn't have that big bulky thing on the bottom. But that's really what made the Hudson H9 the Hudson H9. So they claim that there's only like 1 or 2 parts that are interchangeable between these two guns. They bought all of the patents, but changed them up. And then changed the design a little bit. So I don't know. But certain things about it seem the same. I don't know. But we'll have to see. So I'm going to try to compare these side by side. I've already reviewed this gun, so I'm not going to shoot it in the review, but I will use it for a visual comparison in the range report, and I'll also link to my review of that gun in the Daniel H9 review. So I will get around to doing a Daniel H9 review. And I have to be very honest with you. No, I have not shot this thing yet. This was a gun I was really interested in because I had such a great time with the Hudson. And I was like, okay, it's Daniel Defense, and, you know, they make amazing stuff. But after holding this and kind of looking at it, it's definitely super high quality, okay? So I'm not denigrating its quality in any way. I just feel like, without shooting it, I feel like they got rid of some of the best things that made the Hudson H9 so special. I kind of feel like they cut a corner. But I understand why they did. But when you take those things away, like that recoil system and the way it looked, it's no longer what it was. It's probably a great pistol, but it's not what it originally was. And I think if I have the opportunity, I'd rather have a real Hudson H9 over this. But I have to wait to take it to the range and actually find out. Now, Jack told me he did take it to the range when he got it, and he did have an issue with it, and that issue is that it shoots really, really low for him. Now, sometimes when I'm shooting pistols, that happens. You know, it's always bizarre to me in that I mean, I know how to shoot, okay? And sometimes people in my videos be like, Jason, you're a terrible shot. You shouldn't be reviewing guns. Well, sometimes I shoot pistols great, and sometimes I don't. And sometimes I'll get a pistol that I'll shoot. In fact, I just reviewed one that you guys haven't seen yet, but it is just hitting on the target way low. And I have to hold that front dot so far above the rear sight just to get it where I'm trying to point it. And he said he had that same issue with this. But sometimes I'll shoot those guns and I'll hand it off to somebody else and they shoot it fantastic. And I'm not really sure why that is. But he also let me borrow a Hollow Sun red dot that's supposed to fit this. So he said if this is going to shoot really low, to throw on the red dot. So that's something that we may do. But anyway, so that's the upcoming project stuff. But that's all I got for you guys tonight. Is there anything about the Daniel H9, or is it Daniel, is it called the H9? Yeah, the Daniel H9 that I should know about or think about, and you guys want to see me do a comparison, because what I think I'm going to do is do a typical range report on the Daniel H9, but in it, I'm going to show the physical differences between the Hudson, and I'm also going to relate back to the original Hudson range report. So that's kind of my thoughts on that one. But that's one I may have to rush because it's kind of like the hot topic right now. But I try to wait for everything to kind of die down when it comes to those hot button issues because sometimes I feel like everybody's all emotional about them. You know, when this gun hit the market, everyone was super excited. And I understand if I release the video, it will get lots of clicks. But sometimes it's nice to kind of wait for the gun to get into the wild, and then if there's any problems with it, you hear about it, you get more information. So maybe that's kind of what I'll do. But I will definitely put this towards the front of the queue of the guns I have to review, but maybe I won't rush it out and get it out like next week or anything. Maybe I'll kind of put it, you know, 3 or 4 weeks ahead of time, so, or from now. So anyway, let me know what you guys think, and I got to get filming this range report because it's 7:45, and I don't want to be out here until 10 o'clock because sometimes it takes me a while to film these segments. So thank you again, Joe, for the Christmas ornament. It was, I guess, not lost. The Postal Service finally got it to me, but that's the government for you. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for joining me here in the garage. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I almost forgot. I almost forgot the word of the day. Almost forgot the word of the day. What's the word that it can't be too obvious? Can't be too obvious. Man. Let's say comparison. Comparison, because I'm going to be comparing these two pistols, the Hudson and the Daniel Defense. There you go, comparison. So if you like to do the word of the day, you know what the word of the day is. So now, thank you for joining me in the garage, and I got to get filming this range report. So, as always, thanks for watching.